Once you're sitting comfortably, feel how willing the spine is to lift up tall. Notice how that feels in this moment. And from that tall seated place, clasp hands behind back and allow the hands, the elbows to try to straighten a little bit. It's okay if they're slightly bent, but straighten and pull slightly away from where the hips are. So it's allowing shoulders to roll open backwards. So that posture is still trying to stack nice and tall. So the core zip up just a little bit, just to help. Good. Take one more huge breath right here. Huge inhale. Beautiful exhale. Good. Release the hands. Take your left hand toward your right knee and then slide it on the ground in that angle. The left hand to right knee and slide it long. Feel the spine getting pulled. This one's nice because it starts lengthening more of those back muscles. The twist did a lot. This one adds even more length to those lats, to the erector spinae. Give this one more huge breath. Flow in, release out, and then slide back in. Beautiful. Change the cross of the legs. Clasp hands behind back again. Setting up the spine tall. Allow shoulders to roll open. Maybe the hands can pull away just a little bit. Zip up the core. We're training the shoulders to not have to hunch and roll forward all the time. They can open. Good. One more breath here. As the exhale. As the hands release. Now it's right hand sliding through the left thigh angle. Back muscles nice and long. Perhaps even starting to experience this through hips a bit. One more huge breath blows in. And out. Good. Slide in and roll up. Okay, now bolster comes right behind where we are, sitting long ways. We're taking this circle that we've already got set up, and we're taking it around us like a hula hoop. So strap is at the low back. The feet will start to come together like a cobbler's pose. And then we've got the strap over each thigh and under the bottoms of the feet. Notice, I call this the flag, where it's the direction that this excess strap is pointing. So you want the flag to point toward your body. So if it's on one side and it's pointing away, slide it around the metal pieces to the other side so the flag can be there. You're welcome to tighten a little bit, but you don't want it all the way tight because we're going to lay back and that pulls some of the slack out just by being in that slightly different position. So you can tighten a little bit, and then when you're ready to head back, go nice and easy, one hand down on each side, and then melt down to the elbows, and then sliding the elbows open. We've got a beautiful chest opening, hips opening, all sorts of goodies. And again, adjust as much as you need to, tightening strap even more. Find that perfect spot where strap is helping. like when the hands were clasped behind the back and you feel the shoulders rolling open, training a new shape. A moment to scan through the facial muscles. Sometimes there's tension we didn't even realize was there. How is the jaw? Can it relax more? How is the tongue? Is it pressing really intensely into roof of mouth? Can it relax to just a soft touch? How are the forehead muscles? Can they relax even more? And through the temples. And then check in with inner and outer corners of eyes. So those areas just relax. The left hand on the floor supporting you. I like to kind of leave that elbow there. And then allow your right hand to reach up above head toward back wall. If the wall is really close, you can have bent elbow too. You can allow yourself to scoot just a little bit off that left half of the bolster. It's like a good morning stretch, almost like a banana stretch, just more length through the right side ribs, the right waist. See if you can extend breath through the ribs even deeper. One more breath on this half. Beautiful. Slowly return right hand to ground and we're switching it out. So left arm gets to stretch up overhead. We can fall off the right side of the bolster just a little bit. One more huge inhale. Exhale, left arm starts to return to ground. We're on the center of bolster. Let's give it 3 more breaths in that position just to relax. And as your third breath finishes, we're going to slowly reverse our way back up. So his head starts to lift, slide the elbows in, eventually a hand cleanse and then the other. Beautiful. Once we're all the way up, free out the strap. We can set it off to the side. And we're going to take the easiest wide angle forward fold possible. So for some of us, that might be bent knees and just kind of relaxing the spine over. Some of us might be sitting on the bolster. That can help the spine not pull us backwards. And some of us might love straightening the legs or taking bolster in front is something to relax onto. So whatever it feels like, whatever would be the easiest, most comfortable version today, that's the version we're exploring. So it's absolutely fine if your shape looks different than everybody else. It's your experience through the back and the legs. Just keep on checking in with the body the whole time. Sometimes, say if the bolster's tilted up to a taller height, for instance, sometimes you start off at one place, and after a few breaths, you want to explore a new depth, and that's okay. So just constantly listening to the body and adjusting to what would be helpful at any point. That's where we're exploring. One of the first times we've gone forward in class today. So notice how breathing is when you're forward. It tends to be easier to be more collapsed. So notice if you can still breathe at least a little bit into belly area. That breath can help to lengthen the spine. Here just a little bit longer. So if there's anything that wants to be in a new shape, go ahead and take that shift. Let's take another 3 of those deep, slow breaths. You've had all 3, gently rising. We're going to take knees underneath us in a kneeling position. And we're exploring intuitively in our spine for a couple of breaths. So this could be as easy as cat-cow, just rounding up and down. The spine wants to wag your tail side to side, that's fine. If there's circles that want to go, that's fine. Listen to your spine. We've done quite a bit of twisting, reaching, lengthening, arching. So just whatever feels good for a moment, give it that chance to explore. Beautiful. So from here, start to lower down onto your elbows for a Sphinx. The arms start off parallel with each other. Hands on the floor with some friction. The hands pull backwards, but without moving. So this allows chest and belly to lengthen forward. You get to choose with the neck while we're here for a couple of breaths. The neck could lengthen as if it's just an extension of spine, or you could purposely try to just drop head down, relaxing some of that neck tension. Sometimes rolling from one ear to the other can feel nice. So it's just whatever is useful here. Good. Now we're swiveling the hands in. So left hand is going to be in front of right hand. Parallel top of mat. And then walk the left hand off the right side of mat, the right hand off the left side. This should be allowing some space through shoulders. If you don't really feel a stretch through shoulder area, bump the elbows just an inch forward. Usually that'll get me right into it if I'm not there immediately. I like to rest my chin down, but you want to tuck it first so you still have space to breathe. One more good breath here. And start to inch your elbows back in. Slide the hands back to normal Sphinx, parallel with each other, pointing forward. And do the best rolling that your shoulders can do. Kind of rolling up, back, and around. Good. We'll start to switch sides. So now right hand will be in front. And then walk the hands back out to each side. Tuck the chin in, rest down. One more good breath. Huge inhale. Easy release with that exhale. And then this time as we walk back in, we're going to take alligator. This will be either hands stacking, forehead resting on the ground in front of us, or if you'd like to have a little bit more of a back bend through that alligator, slide your bolster back in. And then resting the arms on top of that will increase the back bend just a bit. So it's up to you either way, just on the ground or arched a little bit more. And start to fill your belly, breathe into the ground. One more good breath here, relaxing inhale. Beautiful exhale. Good. You can either choose to go back to Sphinx, elbows down, or scoot the bolster in further so that it's propping your ribs up. So that would be the deeper back bend. So it's up to you. Either way, when we get situated, the left hand will stay Stay right in front of us, propping us up. Right hand grabs right foot behind us. If you take the left first, it's okay. You'll just switch sides next time. Good. So I like to pull that foot in to start getting that quad stretch. If your quads are pretty open, you can also get a bonus shoulder stretch by starting to return the shoulders forward with the elbow kind of popping up. That shoulder gets pulled nice. So it's up to you. Sometimes the quad stretch itself is enough, and that's okay. One more breath on this half. We'll start to switch it out. Release this side. Grab your second leg. For me, that's where I feel it. Yeah. But you can play with different areas. Back, for me, yeah, really up is what rotates the shoulder down a little bit. But you can play with it. Go with where you feel the shoulder the best. Okay, last deep breath on this half. Good. Easy, easy release. And then sending our way back into a nice child's pose. That'll feel good after that heart opening for so long. So you can have bolster in front of you if you want to rest forehead down, or you can just sink all the way back. So that low back, adding so much length. May feel nice just to stay here for a little bit longer, or you can join me walking with both hands off the right side of the mat. Giving extra length through the muscles of the back again. If you took it to the right, start to work your way over to the left. Returning back to center, remind the spine of that nice straight, long alignment. Walking hands toward us, we support the spine lifting up. Let's come back down to an easy, comfortable seated place again. Give our body just a couple of bonuses as we're wrapping up. So we're going to cradle out the right leg. One hand grabs onto foot, one hand to knee, or sometimes I'll go deeper. And we're just giving that right hip a chance to rock out in ways that feel good. Easy, easy motion. Good. Releasing this leg. Let's do that same rocking for second side.
On this side.
Oh yeah. I have been. Good. Come back down nice and easy. Remind spine to go tall. And from the spine being stacked, let's roll through the neck. So right ear drops to right shoulder. Sometimes you'll notice that there's a spot that's almost in a stretch, but not quite. So if the head needs to rock slightly behind shoulder or slightly in front of shoulder to get the tight spot, go ahead and readjust anything that you need. Good. And then slowly start to roll chin down through the chest. Work your way all the way to left ear over left shoulder. Again, if you need to tilt slightly forward or slightly backward of the shoulder, that's beautiful. And starting to roll chin back down to chest. We'll pause there for a little bit longer. If this is enough, just the weight of the head dropping down, great. If you need just a little bit more, clasp hands, resting hands on back of head. They're weighing the head down, not pulling. Both hands are there, they release, head floats. Let's bring our hands up to our shoulders and just give ourselves a little massage to wrap up. Tension in the shoulders. Remembering we don't have to carry that load. They can ease that tension away. So you're welcome to stay here with this shoulder massage as long as you need. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.